Welcome, everybody, to beautiful Miami and Hard Rock City, site of this year's Capital One Orange Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 3 seed in this playoff, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up with a semifinal collision. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Line getting set up. It's a first down play. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time, allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with the first sack of the game.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's fourth down coming up. And the Noles bring their punt team onto the field. And he's able to get the boot away. Coverage team brings down the returner. And the TCU offense will take over. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. It's a run to the left. In the clear at the 25. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. He just breaks away and takes it to the house from distance. That's an elite running back type of play.
You know, when he got out into the open field, I didn't know if he had the speed to take that thing all the way to the house, but he does. That's next level speed.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Now they get set to kick it away. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. That's strong coverage, though. They tackle him at the 11-yard line. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out, and they put something together in this drive. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
Well, the quarterback has just too much time against this zone. There's not enough pressure allowing him to sit back and pick apart this zone defense.
Crucial third down play coming up. Quick throw caught on the left side. Moves the ball to 25. Good enough for a first down.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on third down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive. Now they have a chance to put points on the board.
On the move here, trying to hit a deep shot. Caught right near the sideline for a big gain.
Good job here by the quarterback putting that ball in the air where the receiver can make a play on it. Florida State has had some great receivers over the years, and this kid is really living up to that.
And the Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff.
Well, the defense coordinator this week already telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Important second down play coming up. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's third down.
Yeah, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Oh, that one's picked off. Can he take it all the way? Across the 40. Inside the 20. Takes the pick to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas Christian. And a pick six. A monster play by this defense here.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
And the extra point was up and good. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee, and they'll bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They moved the ball in the last possession, but a devastating end of the drive, a pick six. Can they recover from that right now?
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
He gets away with one here. He threw that ball into double coverage, so don't get me wrong. There was a lot of pressure. He does a nice job of hanging in there. But, man, he got to be careful where you're throwing this football.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. Third down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
Oh, and he fumbled it. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground.
Another example of taking care of the football and how big of a deal this is. Usually it's running backs in practice that are working overtime on ball security. But after this, next week, this returner might be in those drills too. Can't be trusted to return it when you can't hold on to the football.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. They'll set up the throw. Looks to the left. Pass caught. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down. A new set of downs after that completion. Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. And that stiff arm will help earn him the first down.
Quick, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
They've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
That's another sack for this defense, Chris. If I'm not mistaken, they've had a lot of pressures. I think that's their second sack of this game. And this defense has a lot to do with why they have this nice lead here early in the game.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They'll look to throw it here on second down. It's a quick grab. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. And he'll drop back here on third down. And it's caught. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the point after is right down the middle. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. This should be the last play of the quarter coming up. They're going to run the option. Has the first down and more. QB breaking away. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint at the 10. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, TCU.
There just aren't a lot of quarterbacks that can take a designed QB run and take it downfield that far for a touchdown. What an added element for this offense, and it makes it so challenging for the defense to stop.
Now here comes the point after attempt. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They scored a touchdown in the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. It's an out route. The catch made. Breaks loose at the 40. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air. The Seminoles will crank up the tempo. The pre-snap motion from the offense. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense, almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Getting set. Here's second down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. The senior quarterback, lucky it didn't get picked off, almost made a freshman mistake. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Looking to chuck it again. Throws a bullet deep down the right side. Oh, and another incompletion.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
The Noles will come to the line on 4th down, looking to convert. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. The pocket breaking down. That's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on 4th down.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on 4th down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that 1st down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the 1st down. Instead, defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
Here comes a handoff. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the 1st down yardage.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. They'll give it to the back. And brought down at the line with that big defensive tackle.
Chris, textbook job by the defense, surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
The offense facing a tough conversion here. 3rd and long from the 42. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. And he's brought down just short of the marker on that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the 1st down. And the Horned Frogs will have to kick this away. And he's going to get run out of bounds after a small pickup on the return. The Seminoles offense comes back on the field. Last time out there, they got stopped on 4th down, but it didn't cost him anything. Let's see what the mindset is here. Opening play of the drive, he looks right for a completion. Breaking free at the 35. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up for the 1st down.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defensive coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot. But I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Offense looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the grab. Breaks loose at the 40. Finally brought down, but this is a big play. Moves the ball down to the 21.
Boy, huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
Pressure is coming. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback. But, man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down. And the Noles will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. Going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Looking for 6. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. And now they'll set up for the point after. The extra point is good. They're down by a touchdown, 21-14. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. And the TCU offense takes the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Using his legs here. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the 1st and the 2nd option aren't there. By the 3rd option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Breaks loose at the 40. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
1st down here for this offense. A quick throw out left, complete. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
2nd down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. 2nd down. We're going to throw it. He eludes the rush. He's looking to scramble. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning. A chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. And it's a bunch formation. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Caught over the middle. It's Cunningham. Tackled at the 33. That's good enough for a 1st down.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
Finding space at the 20. There's the tackle, but 1st down yardage.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense.
Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
That sack sets up a 2nd down and long. Catch made on the out route.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a 1st and goal for this offense.
Gutsy call here by this offensive coordinator to keep it on the ground on this 3rd down, but he picks up the 1st with good hard running from the back.
And the Horned Frogs trying to punch it in. It's 1st and goal. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. And they'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Look at this. They're able to sustain the drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And they stop him short of the 25 there. Offense begins at the 22. Looks like one more play here before halftime. On first down, it's play action. Running out of time in the pocket. They've got him. Defense comes up with a sack. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. One more play before they head to the locker room. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Looking to pass here on second down. Hit just as he throws the ball. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And looks like the hands team were able to recover the football.
Trying an onside to start the third with the lead? It's, I guess, a bold strategy. Now we'll see if it comes back to bite him.
And the TCU offense is back out on the field. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Second effort, their defense cannot stop him short of the marker.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Handoff to the back. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior. The Horned Frogs looking to cash in this red zone trip. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Fires it to the wideout. Touchdown, Texas Christian. Still no answer for this offensive machine. That's just nice execution. Quarterback and receiver Kirk perfectly in sync that time.
Yeah, you can see why route running is one of the most underrated attributes of a receiver. It's easy to get caught up on their ability to catch or their vertical or their speed, but nothing substitutes for someone who can create separation like this before the ball is even thrown.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Crosses the 30. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Finally goes out of bounds after gobbling up big yardage on that run.
I really love the way more and more offenses are using the receiver in motion pre-snap. Give him a chance to get the football with a couple of blockers in front of him. He's got all that speed built up. You get the ball in his hands, and you better look out. He could be off to the races.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
That sack makes it second down and forever. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Looks like he's going to run it. Avoiding the sack, but the scramble results in just a very short gain. Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting earholed. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
Still down by double digits in the third quarter. They're going to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Going for a big play downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here.
Well, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Knowles. Extra point try coming now. PAT cuts it to a 14-point game, 35-21. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And the return starts just inside the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Horned offense takes the field now. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. And the defense make adjustments. Come up with a stop here. It's an option look. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. And he busts loose right down the middle. It's a foot race. Who could not stop him? He's in. Touchdown, TCU.
Boy, we see more and more of this in college football. You get the right guy in that slot that can win the one-on-one matchups. You take some chances. Here they got the matchup that they wanted and hit it for the touchdown.
They convert the PAT, so the lead is now 21. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. And they stop him at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking. Moved right down the field for a touchdown. They begin with a quick throw to the left. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays. But the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and the ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. One of those critical third down plays coming up. Receiver in motion now. Going to pick up the third and short through the air. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Well executed. He finds space and gets the first down yardage.
Good job by this offensive line and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on third down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the second half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
And the Seminoles come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. He's going to hand this off. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Second down play coming up. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time.
And he lofts it toward the left sideline. And it's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down.
But, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
The Seminoles will have to punt this one away. Looking to flip the field here. The returner is brought down. Gets us started on the next drive.
And the TC offense will take over first and 10.
And the TCU offense takes the field. They were up double digits at halftime, and they're just continuing to roll, building in the lead here in the second half. The back's got it on the pitch. He shreds the tackle. Finally brought down, but the option produces a big gain that time. That's great execution.
Boy, another nice gain by this back. He has had a beautiful day today running the football, just kind of in that zone, and a big reason why they have a nice lead today.
Looking to throw it on first down. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Breaks loose at the 40. They finally make the tackle, but that's a huge chunk play to wrap up this third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score. 22, Florida State 21.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. They'll hand it off. Nowhere to run up the middle.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Second down after that previous play. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Looking for the wide out. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Not much of a return, but the pick ends the scoring threat and sets the offense up at the 33.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
He'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The pass rush closing in. On the run, he'll let it go. Catch made, a lot of space now. The stop is finally made, but it's a big gain. Stopped at the 49. The Noles come up to the line to crank the tempo up here.
Hey, listen, this game isn't over yet. The defense can't get too comfortable with this lead, and I know the coach isn't content with giving up plays like that at any point in the game.
He's on the run. Launches deep. The ball is picked off.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff, and they stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
TCU offense is back out on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
He's running out of time here. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Hey, I understand the aggressive approach here on third down and long, trying to pick up the first down, but look at the scoreboard. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter. Smart play would have been to keep running the football, work the clock, force them to use their timeouts. Now at fourth down and long with the lead. Tough decision here. I think you got to punt it away.
And a returner brought down by that coverage team. Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. First down, looking to throw the ball. Lofting it toward the left sideline. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete. Offense in hurry-up mode.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Gets rid of it on the move. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. He'll try a pass here. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. The defense will wrap him up after about a 6-yard gain. Not enough for the first. It's fourth down. And the quarterback dropping back. The pass ball is incomplete. A big fourth down stop for this defense.
Chris, I totally understand why they would go for this here at this point in the game. You're down by 3 scores. We're in the second half. They felt the pressure with the possession that they had, the field position that they had. They needed to make something happen. Unfortunately, not able to come through.
The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Play action fake, looking to throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. The tight end has got it. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has.
Well, anytime you can have a balanced attack, it's always going to help an offense. And, you know, the previous play, they're running the football. That puts a lot of pressure on the eyes of the linebackers and safeties. They start to think about defending the run, and a great job with that play-action call to get them out of position and be able to hit that for that conversion.
Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Use the running game to chew on this clock now. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. So here we go. 3rd down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed along with really dominant offensive line play.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Now 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal for the offense. And they're trying to punch it in here. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now 3rd down and goal. And if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that back. I just slam it right back into that A-gap and try to overpower that defensive front.
So nothing on the previous play sets up a 3rd and goal from the 1. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly. That's a crucial touchdown, Kirk. The offense adding its lead now here in the 2nd half.
Yeah, you get into this 2nd half, you start to count possessions and how big your lead is. Now that you're up 2 possessions, you can start to play really smart football, not just on offense, but on defense as well.
Point after, up and good. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. Well, this has been a disappointment. They've had their doors blown off here, just playing for pride at this point. Off the play fake on 1st down. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. And it's intercepted as he threw it into heavy traffic that time. Not a great return, but the interception wipes out the scoring threat and gives the offense the ball at the 32. First play of the drive now. They'll start from the 32. They'll run it to the right side. That run moves the ball across the 35.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in this playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. They'll test the right side here. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want, whenever we feel like doing it.
And the Horned Frogs with 1st and 10 here. Here's the handoff on a counter. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Just another example of this offense, Chris, doing pretty much whatever they want to do. They've been able to run the football. Offensive lines held their own in pass protection. Quarterbacks had an outstanding day. You add all that up, it's a big reason why they're up by such a wide margin.
Well, that's a great performance in the pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play and be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship. That says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically, and they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been...